Game prices going up has created shock, it's blindsided many consumers, but the industry has been expecting it for over a decade now. So let's talk about that disconnect within the industry. Switch 2, GTA 6, things like this. We know the situation by now. How many consumers don't know or maybe would prefer not to think about is that the price increases they've been in the planning stages for a while now, right? That long-term planning and hesitance to pull the trigger is a result of the industry decision makers sort of knowing that gamers historically, they do band together, and that gamer support is not so guaranteed if they feel they're being taken advantage of. Recently, I saw comments from former PlayStation executive Sean Layden speculating that it would have been better, or at least less shocking for consumers to do more frequent $5 increases to games within each generation, right? In theory, this makes a lot of sense, but it's a little reminiscent of slowly heating your customers up in a pot of water, hoping that they don't notice that they're boiling, right? A $5 increase is an easier PR situation to deal with, no doubt at all, right? But the trade-off for the consumer is that it's harder to get everyone to sort of band together and say like, hey guys, this price is too high, right? It's worse for the consumer, better for the execs, but either way you cut it, it's a price increase is a price increase, right? I think it's incredibly disingenuous to compare game prices 20 years ago to today for the sake of inflation, because the cost of the game to the consumer is not the only revenue stream available or pushed by publishers in the modern day, right? DLC is a huge part of the monetization scheme that exists for modern games, right? We know this, from new skins to new content, and everything in between. And I guarantee that we won't be seeing any less of this, even if game prices go up to $100, right? Publishers might say they've turned to these sort of DLC microtransaction type strategies because game prices are so low, right? But that's kind of a lie, right? Everyone saw how much FIFA, made EA over the years, and it's way more than a $20 price increase ever could. So why do we need game prices to go up at all? The common reason cited is video game production costs. They keep going up. The question I find myself asking every time is, are video game production budgets too bloated, right? I very rarely, if never, see an executive comment that they should have spent less on making a game. Less is often more, with high-quality indie games being the easiest examples to point to. We have 40-minute credit sequences in games like Starfield now. Is it such a better experience than Fallout 3 and the genre-defining Skyrim, where less than 100 people worked on the games? I would not say that Starfield is many times better, but I can definitely say that many times the people worked on it. Now, gamers aren't without blame as a total group, right? People nitpick things like graphics to an insane degree, for example. How many times has someone unfairly said a game has, PS2 graphics? The average casual gamer is looking at pretty superficial things when analyzing if a new game is worth it. No matter what I think, game prices are going up. Right? What we need to weigh is really simple. Are the games worth it? I think realistically, when a couple of your friends are having a lot of fun with the latest release, that feeling of being part of that fun and a bit of FOMO is probably going to outweigh that sort of $10 to $20 increase. And you're probably still going to grab the game. But at the end of the day, all of us as consumers need to really put pressure on companies to spend their money effectively. Consider what features a game actually needs to be good, instead of allowing the trend of, throw every feature at the wall saying, look how much we've added to the game.